Namaste, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Blooming Lotus Healing Channel. My name is Jakara, and I am a spiritual healing facilitator. And I am super excited to be sharing with you a reading. Typically, I don't do readings for this channel anymore. However, I felt particularly compelled to pull some cards and get some guidance and information in regards to the auspicious event that is happening on August the 8th, which is coming up within the next week, the Lionsgate portal. So I just wanted to share this with you because I feel, well, first of all, I am really connected to Sirius, and I know that my the origins of my soul come from there, and that's the reason why I'm really connected to it. And I love this earth so much, and basically I know that I'm here to really help elevate the vibration of this planet. I know that I'm part of this journey that we're all taking here to really help each other bring this planet into a place of harmony and just a high vibration energy. So what I wanted to say as well about this is that this reading is really going to help you basically understand what is happening for the Lionsgate, specifically for this one. There's specific things and numbers that I wanted to talk about that are very powerful, that are part of this portal. But also, I wanted to invite you to really consider doing some healing for the Lionsgate portal. So I am going to do a pre-recorded healing that is going to be geared specifically for this specific event on 2022 and onward. So even if you do listen to this after the event, I highly recommend that you listen to it because it's still going to help you. It's going to harness that energy and really help you connect to that energy even down the road. So don't worry about it if you're watching this and you're looking at manifesting your highest timeline, and you're looking at this like maybe a month later. Don't worry, this is basically a portal that's going to stay available for you in the future. So if you're interested in purchasing the recording, I want to invite you to click on the link that I'm going to leave on the description, and you'll be able to purchase the clearing, the Akashic Clearing, and release any programming related to the old you. So that way you can go into the new you and really start manifesting that beautiful energy. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about the 8/8, 2022 specifically. So when I did the numerology, I found out that once I did the calculation, we got into number 22 for the numerology of this day, which is really powerful. So just the fact that we are entering into that day, which is already a powerful portal. Okay, that day is already powerful, but then we tag on to it number 22. That is a massive upgrade of capacity for manifestation, but not only for manifestation for anything, but just manifestation that is aligned with your soul's purpose. And that is the biggest thing that I love about this specific day, is that number 22 is about that master builder number. So it's like really building the blueprint that you're meant to build on this planet. So the one thing that I wanted to say as well about the 22 is that when I did the calculation, of course, the end number was 22. But then if you look at the fact that we are on year 2022, I feel like that adds on even more of that energy. So I feel like it's magnetized by the fact that it's happening, that day is on 20, that is at 22, but then not only it's happening on 2022. So I really urge you to connect to this portal on the 8th. If you can do it on the 8th, even better, because you're connecting to that 2022. And a couple of things that I'm going to recommend for those of you who are looking to manifest and really align yourself with your soul's purpose. A lot of you come to me because you're looking to clear your soul's purpose. You're looking to find the pathway that's going to align you with what you're meant to do. You're noticing that you're not satisfied with your life and how you've led your life so far. Or you're satisfied, but you feel like you're done with that and you're ready to move on. You're ready to step into the next step, right? Your basically your next step up, right? So that's part of your ascension. So what I wanted to say about for those people, for those of you who are in that journey, this is a really important time, auspicious time for you to really connect to your power of manifestation, and to bring forth the blueprint, right, that you're meant to embody moving forward now in the next year moving forward. So now, what are the energies present? Okay, so let's talk about the energies that are present. So Archangel Raphael is definitely very present and helping and not only Archangel Raphael, but other beings, other galactic beings are really harnessing the energy of the color green, and specifically emerald green. And the emerald green is it's a really powerful healing energy, but not only healing energy for it specifically for this specific day. It's about alchemy. It's about alchemizing what was into the new, right? So that transformative energy. So when you're setting your intentions, it's important that you my suggestion is to include the transformation part of that journey into that manifestation. And what do I mean by that? Asking for the help to transform and alchemize, and so that way you can manifest and get to the place that you need to be moving forward. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we do deal with programming from the past, from our parents, from society. We do deal with a lot of programming that we have to work through and we have to sift through, and it's a lot of work. However, it's important that we do it, because in order for us to really get to the place that we want to get to, we must work on the subconscious programs that are maybe holding us back. So it's important that you set the intention to release those. And one thing that I would suggest for this week is for you to sit down with your journal and write down the list of things that you're looking to manifest. Now, let's go back and zero into manifestation and what you're looking to manifest. So I want to invite you to really do this in a conscious way. So what I mean by that is that you want to make sure that you are connecting to your heart center and not your ego. So how does that look like, right? So I'm just going to put it just simply. When you're manifesting from a conscious place, and you're doing from your heart center, you're doing it because you can see something progressing, not only in your life, but also being able to help others, or being of service, or being able to transform not only yourself, but things that are around you. That is a conscious manifestation. An unconscious manifestation would be, I want this because this is what's going to make me feel better, and this is going to fulfill something that is missing inside of me. So you want to make sure that you're manifesting from this place of fullness and joy, and not this place of lack. And because the reality is that we could manifest those things in our lives. However, when we get to that point of life, and that's why you see so many people when they get to the point where they're like, oh my gosh, I manifested this, but they're not happy. It's because they were manifesting from that space of the ego, the egoic mind. So it's important that you really connect to your heart center. How do you connect to your heart center? By meditating, by listening to meditation music, by connecting to meditation music that opens your heart center. You could also do some breath work exercises that will help you connect to your heart center and really connect to that joyful state, right? So to that place that will bring you into gratitude and openness and love, and just really that beautiful open heart that you would be in. So when you're looking and you're visualizing yourself in a space of in the space that you want to be in, how do you feel? Do you just feel like, okay, well, I just attained this? Or do you feel like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. This brings so much joy to my heart. And I'll be just ecstatic and so ecstatic to see this not only manifesting in my life, but also expanding and impacting others in a positive way. So just think about it. Is it impacting only me and my needs and what I think I need at the moment? Or is it impacting me? And then as it's impacting me, it's also impacting positively others in my life. So really pay attention to those things. And so you have an entire week to really connect to that and take your time. You can do it in the mornings when you just wake up and just really reflect on this. And you can even use, maybe a journal prompt or something, or you can just start doing some automatic writing to really help you connect to that. Now, the other thing also is that this energy of the cosmic emerald green that is being downloaded, these are also codes, energetic codes. So I want to invite you to really, when you meditate this week, when you meditate on the 8th specifically, to really focus on your mind's eye to receive those codes. So imagine like yourself being showered with codes, and your body, your essence being open to receive all of them, and just really just soaking them in as a sponge. So that's what you want to imagine when you're meditating on the 8th. The other thing as well that I wanted to mention in regards to this specific date is that it is a really powerful portal. So these portals are important to really care for and use them in a sacred manner. So, and why do we need to use them in a sacred manner is because there's a lot of energy coming through, and when you are connecting to this, you want to make sure that you're doing this in a conscious way. So the other thing that you want to really ask for, and I recommend, is that you as you are opening yourself to receive this, to ask for protection from Archangel Michael, so that way you're also, you're really, there's no interferences or anything that could get in the way of you being able to consciously manifest your highest possible timeline. The other thing also is that you're being invited to really think about the potential that you have. So just because your life has been a certain way doesn't mean that it has to continue to be the same way in the future. So just because we have a track record of something doesn't mean that we cannot transform and transmute. So there's a lot of transmutation happening. And also, again, going back to those programmings, to believe that you're capable of manifesting that life, to believe that you're able to transmit it, to see yourself, changing the patterns and changing the behaviors and changing all of these different things. I know for me in particular, I know that I'm feeling that energy. I'm feeling that energy of healing and letting go of the old programming. So for me, I particularly have used things like EMDR and SRT and other different healing modalities that have been helping me with clearing programs at the mind and also at the energetic, and also now working towards the body. So it's important that you do this from a place of love and compassion, and know that this is not going to happen overnight, that this is a process. But this day is basically you activating this process in your life, in a conscious way, because it still can be activated for people in a unconscious way. But why not, if it's already going to happen, why not really put all of your effort, your conscious effort, into really riding that wave and being mindful of it. So I feel like that's so beautiful to be able to connect to that in a mindful way. Now, yes, of course, it's a powerful manifestation vortex. So just remember, I want to invite you to really believe that you're able to get to that timeline, to that visual that you have. And then the other thing that came up was the fact that the Akashic Records are closely related to this, to these downloads that you've been receiving. Maybe you've been receiving these downloads of what your life maybe was before and what is possible, and you're feeling this inspiration to really see, to not to see things in that light, but more to kind of marry those, right? To marry those, because you know that at the soul level, you are able to get to that point of you feel like you're able to get there. It's like it's almost like the soul knowing, right? So so it's important to recognize that you are receiving this, to acknowledge it and not feel like you're going crazy, not feel like this is not true, or start doubting yourself. That's really what I was trying to say. Is like, I don't want you to doubt yourself. I want to invite you to really start believing that you are capable of doing this. And then the interesting thing about this is that it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And so it's important that you keep that higher perspective. So try to keep that bird's eye view as much as possible. The other invitation that I'm seeing here for this day is that you're being invited to connect to your Akashic records. Now, if you know me and you follow this channel, you know that I'm a proponent of saying that everyone is connected to the Akashic records, regardless if you know it or not, and that's true. And I am still a proponent of that. However, the conscious connection is what I'm talking about here, not the just unconscious or subconscious connection, but the conscious connection to connect to your Akashic records, to receive the downloads that you need, because you have everything inside of you that you need. This is the reason why I particularly haven't done readings anymore, is because I want to invite you to really start seeing within yourself what is true for you, because you are a unique expression of a soul on this planet, and all of your truth and your wisdom is really within you, and you have all the access to it. You have the sovereign right, the divine right to connect to that anytime that you need it. So anyway, so what I would suggest for you to do is to, if you've taken my classes before, where you open your records, you can do so by doing the pendulum, opening that I've taught you. Or if you've never taken a class like that, which I will probably do a class in the future, but for now, if you haven't done a class like that with me, then I highly recommend that you go ahead and you do some automatic writing. That's a really great way for you to connect to your guides. And then also you can call upon, the connection to the Akashic records. Now, another way that you can do so as well is by using the book by Linda Howe, How to Connect to the Akashic Records, or How to Read the Akashic Records. It's a really great book that I recommend. So if you want to practice that, it's a very easy process, and it's really powerful and positively impactful in your life. So the next thing that I wanted to mention here as well, this is a message from the Galactic Federation, basically. They're basically letting you know that you're not alone, that you may have been feeling this sense of loneliness. I know I have been feeling it, and I know I'm not the only one. If you have been feeling this, just know that you're not alone. Seek out other light workers, other people in the community that are connecting to their light, that are connecting to this beautiful essence of expressing love and just healing in this planet, on this planet. Start connecting to people, but also know that even if you decide not to connect to people, that you're not alone, that you are really surrounded by so much support at this moment. And not only by your guides, but also master teachers, loved ones, angels, archangels. I mean, you are supported. All you have to do is just ask for the help and you shall receive it. That's all you have to do. So ask for help and you'll receive it. Then the other thing also that came up here for specifically for star seeds is just know that you are a unique expression, right? And it's also an invitation to recognize that sometimes we are so programmed because we're looking at other people's lives, we're using social media, we're really just observing other people, we're comparing ourselves to others. And this is an invitation for you to go back into what is your unique fingerprint, and what is the unique fingerprint that you're meant to leave on this planet. And this is directly linked to what you're meant to manifest, to conscious manifestation, connecting to that unique fingerprint. And that's the reason why at the beginning of this video, I mentioned to connect via a list of things that you've been through in the past, and where you've been and where you are now, and really give yourself that opportunity to really integrate all of the beauty and the wisdom that you are carrying inside of you, and how you're going to basically propel this forward? How are you going to repackage this moving forward, right? So just know that all of these unique things that you've been through are basically just very finely tuned to you and your soul. And again, the other thing that I wanted to mention too here, so there are three, when I asked for three specific masters and teachers that to come forward, and I got three masters and teachers that came forward that want to send a message here specifically for this reading, specifically for this intention setting that you're doing. So the first one that came through was the god Osiris, and this god is the god of death. And this energy of death is basically about transformation, is about transmutation, is about really letting go of the old and coming into the new. So really know that Osiris is also present in this process. So as you enter this portal, you're literally, quite literally, energetically, you are entering into a new, like you're coming from the old, entering into a new space. So during that transition, remember there's going to be a lot of transmutation. So make sure that you're anchoring that emerald green light, like I said before. So the god Osiris is definitely helping with that transmutation, which is powerful. The other master and teacher that came through was Lady Nada, and she is basically a priestess that helps us with ascension. And it makes sense that she is part of this specific portal because there is a huge ascension push that is happening right now for a lot of souls. And if you are feeling the inkling again to really make changes in your life, that means that you're going through that process of ascension. So you're part of that journey. So just know that as you're going through that beautiful journey of transformation, you're literally, quite literally, being supported in the process of ascension. So that's so beautiful. And Lady Nada is basically supporting that, and she's basically overseeing this for all of the souls that are setting this intention in a conscious manner. Then the last and not least teacher that came through was beautiful yogi Babaji. And this yogi is basically he is reminding us that we are meant to connect both earth and sky, right? So earth and sky are basically meant to be connected. And Babaji was basically a teacher that was shown to some of those who brought Kriya Yoga into the West. And he's closely related to Kriya Yoga in that sense. And so he's basically and when you think about Kriya Yoga, you think about it's all about that process of connection with spirit, right? Like, how do we connect with spirit? How do we connect with our spiritual essence? And that reminder that we are also spiritual essence. And sometimes because of this 3D world and the fact that we're so interconnected, sometimes we forget that we are both. We're both literally both together. And so this is a reminder that when you are doing this manifestation, when you're entering this portal, you're literally connecting to your soul, to your spiritual power. So it's a really beautiful time. And I want to invite you to really take the time on the 8th to connect and to heal, to emote if you need to reflect, to journal, to even do a list of things that you're looking to invite into your life, and take that time to do so, especially if you are somebody who is going through a transition. This is going to really propel you forward into your next step. Now, I want to invite you again to consider getting a clearing specifically for your manifestation. I'm going to be basically creating a container through a audio, pre-recorded audio that is going to provide you with the clearing that you need to be able to move forward. So this is basically just a little bit of help to help you move forward and really get to the manifestation side of your to the manifested side of your path a little easier. So of course that doesn't mean that things are going to magically happen from one day to another, but the idea is to support you in that journey, so that way you're not really bogged down by any programs, any collective programs, or any programs that are specifically for you that are basically just bogging you down from being in that path of ascension. So I was guided to do this, and I'm super excited to be part of your journey. I cannot wait to connect with you. And if you are interested in listening to more of these videos, if you'd like for me to come forward and share a little bit more of these type of videos, I want to invite you to make sure that you let me know in the comments, or like this video, and even share this with somebody that you love that could potentially benefit from knowing this information. So thank you so much for your time, and namaste.